Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to the 5-minute breakdown. Today we're taking a look at a fight that was just changed on UFC Fight Night. Josh Emmett versus Lerone Murphy, which is Martin Buday versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Kennedy Nzechukwu is out. We now have Uran Satybaldiev, who is stepping in against Martin Buday. Uran is a very decent power puncher. He has decent takedowns of his own, decent submission threat. Problem is, he did have a little bit of a problem against Bruno Assis, where he was gassed throughout the first round after throwing some big haymakers and was just taken down for the next 3 rounds. He was able to rally inside the 4th round and get a KO finish, but that was after getting his ass whooped for 3 rounds. He did get a Kimura victory over Leon Soros, who's just absolutely trash. But in this instance, as an underdog, I like Uran a lot. Martin Buday is one of those guys that tries to clinch you up and just take you to the ground and kind of just abuse you. He has a split decision against Bresky, who's terrible. He has a split decision over Arlovsky, who I think is gone. Obviously, he's so old. He shouldn't even be inside the UFC. Meanwhile, he goes to a split decision. In my opinion, loses, and now he's taking Uran Satybaldiev, who has much stronger striking than any of the guys he's fought in recent history. Shamil Gaziev standing TKO'd him, and I think in this instance, it's probably no different. You're going to see Uran want to stand and trade with Martin. He's got 3 inches of reach. We don't even know how old this guy is. He has no passport. He has no birth certificate. We don't know, dude, we don't know. We have no idea who this guy is. He just exists. He's the LFA champion, recently taking out, like I said, Soros via Kimura. He has been champion for, I think, only 2 years now. A year, I guess. He hasn't really fought super high level of opposition. The average guy he's fighting 5-5. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, 15-6, 9-4. You have 1-1, 0-2, 0-1, 3-3. But then as he's getting 13-7 against a submission artist, not too bad. Leon was 9-2 when he fought him. Big power puncher. Uran was able to deal with him quite easily. And you have Martin Buday, who honestly is the can crusher. He hasn't really fought anyone of high caliber. Kennedy Nzechukwu is going to be a big problem for him. He's most likely going to get knocked out. Kennedy is just a super long guy, super fast, especially as light heavyweight. Not a light heavyweight as in the class, but a light heavyweight in and of himself at 265. He moves super well. He looked really good when he was taking on Lucas Bresky. I thought Bresky could have a chance inside that fight. No, not a chance whatsoever. Uran here, he may have a bit of a problem if Martin decides to clinch the whole fight like he does with a lot of these guys. I don't think he will. I think he has the IQ, at least from the fights I've seen inside the LFA. I believe he does have the IQ to at least get off the cage. I believe he does have the IQ to at least stay away from most of the danger that Martin Buday offers. But in all reality, Martin Buday doesn't offer much whatsoever. Like, if you look at the guys that he's fighting inside the UFC, it's nobody's. This is a huge step up for Martin Buday for himself. Martin Buday, a former Counter-Strike pro at 19 years of age, did weigh 370 pounds. Didn't think his life was going to change, thought he's going to be a Counter-Strike pro for life. Shit, you get into fighting, you want to change. He drops 110 pounds and moves on to the heavyweight division. I get it, but in this instance, Uran just seems like he has the better fight IQ. He seems like he's more complete. It just seems like Martin Buday is just hanging around inside the UFC to fight the bottom of the barrel. And the UFC heavyweight division at this point is the bottom of the barrel. There is nothing really left inside heavyweight. Everyone's moved on. Everyone's gotten more money. Everyone's retired. There's not a whole lot going on. This fight doesn't really change too much from the Kennedy and Nzechukwu fight. Maybe a little less at range kickboxing. Martin's going to have to close the distance still. He's still going to have to clinch it up. But I think Uran here as a plus 135 that he's sitting at in the books, I think it's probably your best bet here. Maybe under 2.5 you could take a look at if it's paying anything decent. But in all honesty, I think this fight is a lot better than it was before. I think with Kennedy and Nzechukwu out, you can actually see Martin Buday play out a little bit more. You can see him get a little bit more time inside the octagon, and maybe you could see him overcome an Uran, who's a big guy, very scary, 9-0. I guess we're going to see if the LFA really does make some champions. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was the 5-minute breakdown. I believe we're at least close on the 5 minutes. I think we're at like 4 minutes and something. I'm going to try and keep it inside 5 minutes, and if I can't, I'm not going to do the video. I want to do some 5-minute breakdowns for some fights, and this one is the first one because of the change-up. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll talk to you guys all later. See you for the live tomorrow. Peace.